The Vanishing Village. It was a dark and stormy night when a group of 4 friends, John, Sarah, Mark, and Emily, decided to take a road trip through the countryside. They were all excited for the adventure and were looking forward to exploring the quaint little towns and villages along the way. As they drove through a remote area, they came across a small village that wasn't marked on their map. They decided to take a detour and check it out. The village was eerily quiet, with not a single person in sight. The streetlights flickered, and the houses looked abandoned. The friends couldn't shake off the feeling that something was not right about the place. As they were about to leave, they heard a woman's voice coming from one of the houses. They cautiously approached the house and knocked on the door. The door creaked open, and an old woman appeared in the doorway. She invited them inside, and the friends reluctantly followed. The old woman told them that the village had been hit by a mysterious illness that had killed most of the residents. The few who survived had fled the village, leaving behind only the dead and dying. She offered the friends a place to spend the night and warned them not to leave the house after dark. That night, the friends heard strange noises coming from outside. They were too scared to investigate, so they stayed inside the house. The next morning, they discovered that the old woman had vanished, leaving behind a note that read, "Don't trust anyone." The friends tried to leave the village, but they found that all the roads out of the village led them back to the same place. They were trapped, with no way out. They searched for any signs of life, but the village was deserted. As they explored the village further, they found evidence that contradicted the old woman's story. They discovered that the village had been abandoned for decades, long before the supposed illness struck. They also found a mysterious symbol that seemed to be everywhere in the village. Just as they were about to give up hope, they stumbled upon a hidden underground tunnel. They followed it and found themselves in a secret laboratory. There, they discovered the horrifying truth about the village and the illness that had supposedly killed everyone. The laboratory had been conducting experiments on the villagers, using a virus that had wiped out most of the population. The old woman was part of the experiment, and her warning had been a ploy to keep the friends from discovering the truth. As they tried to escape the laboratory, they were caught by the scientists. The scientists revealed that they had been watching the friends since they arrived in the village, and that they were going to use them as test subjects for the virus. The friends realized that they were trapped, with no way out. Just when they thought all was lost, the old woman appeared and helped them escape. She revealed that she was a former scientist who had worked in the laboratory and had grown disillusioned with the experiment. She helped the friends destroy the laboratory and escape the village. As they drove away from the Vanishing Village, the friends couldn't help but think of the horrors they had experienced. They knew that they would never forget the nightmare that had unfolded before their eyes.